Hey guys, I know I'm a minute late, sorry. So on tonight's show is going to be the Dr. John Drish House. Now I wanted to do, like I said last week, was the oh gosh, Joshua Ward House, which is in Salem, Massachusetts. Unfortunately, I could not find that file. I thought I had it pulled out, but I did not, and I did not get over to my storage unit, which is where my um I can get to the airport. What are you doing? What's this?
Now, why don't Jaden set his ass up so everybody else can have a seat too, please?
And you love it too.
What's with all this? That's Maya's food right there. I know, but let her finish eating. It's okay. Everybody's cool.
Anyway,
Come on.
so I thought I had that file pulled, and I didn't, so I didn't make it over to my storage unit in time to be able to see if I could find it. More like I didn't have enough time because I do work thirds, but I do have, like I said, the John Drish House, which is an
Right? I can have no food.
Tuscaloosa, which is in Alabama. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. So it was originally built for Dr. John Drish back in 1837. Right. Yes, 1837. And sadly, he did die 10 years later. He died in 1867. So that was pretty. It was on a 450-acre plantation. It was one of the first plantation homes in Tuscaloosa. And the house was originally named the Monroe Place. So, which is really, really weird to me because when I was reading that, I said, wow, that's like a coincidence because we have, the Monroe House down in Hartford City, Indiana, and then this one. And he was married to Sarah Drish. Well, hi. Thank you for joining me. We're talking about Dr. John Drish's house in Tuscaloosa, if I'm saying that right. Oh, goodness. I butcher a lot of the names that I come across. So, yeah. A lot of the names I come across in my research. I've only done the United States, but I am starting to expand to other places. So, like, I want to do Canada, and I also want to go across the pond, as I like to call it. So this is one of the places that I did forever ago, and I've not really went through like the history. And so he did have slaves. So he had a bunch of people that that was amongst his slaves. Had he owned talented wood carvers, plaster workers, and iron workers. He ended up dramatically changing the style of his home, and it was formerly the Greek rival style house with a basic double plane basic pile plan, 4 rooms on each floor, and then he added a tower to the front of his house sometime in the early 1850s. So pretty much like 10 years before he actually died. and it was said that he fell down the stairs, and that's how he died. And so it changed to embody the more Italian style of homes. Now that's the first time I've ever came across, like in my research so far, I've come across that style of home. Now don't ask me how that style of home is because I've never come across it. It's always either been the Greek rival and or a Victorian style home. Well, he originally double. Oh, sorry, I had a basic double floor plan. I am so sorry, I read that wrong. Trying to go through here and like what I do, as you most of you know, I do my research and I will go through and I'll hit the key points from the very beginning to the very end. And I'm pretty sure we all know what a Greek rival style home looked like. I mean, there was a lot of different styles. Hey, thank you for joining me. I'm kind of out of my element tonight again. Like I said, I'm not feeling the best, so my brain is not wanting to work. So it also is considered by the state one of the most distinctive mixes of Greek rival and Italian style homes. Run low on me. Oh my goodness. And in Alabama, so this home is in Alabama. It was put on the Register of Landmarks and Heritage on July 1st of 1975. It yep, to the Places in Pearl listing in 2006. It was listed as a Germiston School Drish House on the National Register of Historic Places in 2015. So it's been widely recognized by the state of Alabama. So it was on the edge of the town where it was built at. So it was built, like I said, on 450 acres of land on a plantation. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I have actually was just recently got done with bronchitis, and so I'm still feeling the kind of feeling like not feeling it, but feeling it. So I still have this like annoying cough every once in a while, like a tickle in the back of my throat type thing. Um, so yeah, I'm ready to feel better so I can full force back into my show because I'm so happy and so excited to have it back. So he ended up having his slaves build this home for him. And then when he moved to Alabama, he did not practice medicine at all. And the influence of the house was by the state's architect William Nichols. The exterior of the house is as completed in so the whole thing was completed in 1837 and it was remodeled into the Italian style prior to the Civil War. So prior to the Civil War, it was completely remodeled in the Italian style home. And then he did have a wife, and I've not seen anything about him having children, but he died in 1867, so 10 years after his home was built, he passed away. Supposedly falling down the stairs. So there is no it is not said like how he fell down the stairs, just that he fell down the stairs and unalive. And then his wife died in 1884. It changed hands over the years several different times after the death of Sarah. While it's still a residence for surrounding properties, it was sold and subdivided to create the Tuscaloosa's first major expansion. The structure eventually came to be owned by Tuscaloosa Board of Education, who opened the Jefferson School in the house in 1906. The house continued to be used as a school until the 1925, after which it was purchased for use as a parts warehouse for Charles Turner's Tuscaloosa Wrecking Company. During its use, obviously a house warehouse. It was used as parts warehouse that Walker Evans took his famous photography of it in 1935 and 1936. Displayed the Met- Metropolitan Museum of Art. In 1940, it was purchased by a church, which added a sanctuary abutting the house on one side and detached a Sunday school building on the other. Detached. The church retained it for the rest of the 20th century. It was eventually threatened by threatened by proposed demolition in 1994, but it was leased to the Heritage Commission of Tuscaloosa County instead of Sorry, my battery in my laptop died and I don't have a charger because we forgot to grab it. So in 1995, it was leased to the Heritage Commission of Tuscaloosa County instead instead by former church members when the church became defunct in 1995. The house was in a state of despair by 2006 when it was added to the Place and Pearls listing by the Alabama Historical Commission. It was deeded to the Tuscaloosa County Preservation Society in July of 2007. Yeah, I always have a backup plan, so that's a good thing. The group has made efforts to stabilize the structure and hopes to raise enough funding for it. Eventual restoration. They had the church additions. Oh, they had the church additions to the house demolitions in 2009, and then the house was purchased by Nika McCool of Past Horizons LLC. Renovations continued on the exterior and interior of the house through May of 2016, when it opened as an event venue. So it's been through a lot in this time, as you guys can tell. So, like I said earlier, it's only going to be short tonight because A, I'm not feeling the best, and B, I can't find my other file folder. Now, it is said that John and Sarah both have been seen haunting this place because that was their home. And then also, some of the slaves that were on the property at the time have been seen in footsteps, cold spots, being touched, women's hair being pulled, and different smells throughout the home itself. So pretty much a normal paranormal activity. So now on to the announcements part of the show. Don't forget that I am the host for this year's Unity. So that date is going to be October 25th at the Miami County Fairgrounds, which is in Peru, Indiana. Also, I don't know if I've shared it or not. I will see if I can find the post and everything. But the Paranormal Festival over at the Hannah House, which is down in Indianapolis, Indiana, right off of Madison Avenue, is happening. I'm super excited about going back to that because I'm going to be at that event along with obviously Unity. So yeah, I don't know what locations I'm going to do next week. I'm just kind of winging it here. Actually, I do have another location with me that I had thought I had put up, and it's a Thornwood Castle. I don't think I went over that one just yet on here. I don't think I have. Be right back.
Here, scoot it. I don't know.
I know I did it for my podcast, for my TT, and yeah, for TT, I think. But not here. Not on the show for things. My oldest little one going through. But yes, I'm super excited to be hosting Unity. So I'm going to get some more emails sent out tonight and everything. And hopefully I can get a few more responses. I haven't been on the email to check. I've been slacking. Not meaning to. I work thirds now, so trying to make sure I get that done at least either Friday night or Saturday night, getting some put out. And our awesome Jeremy York is working on a flyer for us for Unity. So once he gets that finished and he sends it off to us, I'll make sure him or I will share it out to you guys. So that way we can start promoting that event besides just us talking about it. So, but with the Thornwood Castle, I did get that report done for that one. All of my pages are crinkled, guys. I swear. And when I do my reports, they're all written and pages of done. I did it in. So pages and pages. I do it in a bigger font, so that way when people go through my public binders, as I call them, they can read about the locations. But when I go through and I'm doing my reports, I will highlight and I'll make little notes and then I'll check it off once I get it put down. So I put a lot of time and energy into my history. And then I usually go back through and I try to make sure I look the location up again to see if there's any new developments or anything that I may have missed the first time I went and did everything. But fun fact about the Thornwood Castle, guys. So Rose Red is one of my all-time favorite movies. And that movie, as we all know, I'm hoping that most of us know, is based off of, it's one of the very first movies that was made of the Winchester House.
Yeah, yeah. That movie is awesome.
And I love you, Andy. So that movie, they tried to get the actual Winchester Mystery Mansion, but they were not able to get it. So the next best thing, which is pretty much right down the road from the Winchester Mystery House, is Thornwood Castle. So Thornwood Castle is the mansion that we see in Rose Red. Thought that was a pretty cool fact. I didn't realize that. And then I started looking, like when I started going through the pictures to get pictures for my podcast, I was like, or to have, so I could put it on my, like, so in my binders, I have like the name and then I have a picture of it. And then, like, on the back side of that, I'll have like all the information and then it goes into the report. So, looking for a good picture for that, because I've not been to these places. I want to get to these places, but I have not been able to. I have over 300 different locations in the United States that I've done. That's a big, long bucket list. But I do have a top 5. But going through and trying to find this, I thought the mansion looked very familiar, and I was like, what in the world? Why am I? I know this mansion. I know it. And then when I started doing the history of it, and it mentioned the Rose Red, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So yeah. But yeah, so it's awesome. It's been a wild ride, that's for sure. That is for sure. And I cannot believe that my laptop died. Makes me sad. I was hoping that it would make it at least through majority of the show, but it didn't. So, and then today, of all days, I was getting ready to head up to my aunt's house here in Elkhart, Indiana, and got a flat tire. And I have an oddball size tire on my vehicle. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it wouldn't hold air. So I was stranded at the gas station with my 3 kids. My ghost, as we would call him, had to come take the tire off. I was able to find a tire here in Elkhart and then found out that my wheel bearing on my driver's side was just about to like completely go out. So I had to go and get a wheel bearing for my driver's side. Just for the boyfriend to put my tire on and then automatically go straight to his place and so he could fix my vehicle. So that's how my days have been. But other than that, it's been pretty good. So, yep, don't forget, guys, we did the John Drish house, which is in Toluca, Alabama, for Dr. John Drish. And then Perry Unity, October 25th of this year. That's the date for Perry Unity, which is, like I said, October 25th. Is going to be at the Miami County Fairgrounds in Peru, Indiana. And then I will be at the Hannah House event in August. They have 2 different events going on this year. I think one's a family day kind of thing, and then one is the paranormal festival. So, but I don't have any details exactly for those except for like the dates. Um, and for the life of me, I cannot recall the dates right now. But I will go through and I will share all the information that I know. And then, like I said again, Jeremy is working on a flyer for Perry Unity. I am this year's host. Goodness gracious. The Aristocats are on the CD. It's distracting. Which one? Which one, Joe? Oh. Yeah, I'm hosting Para Unity this year. I am the host for Para Unity, so. And so far, it's been really fun. We're getting emails sent out. I'm getting emails sent out. I gotta tweak my email a little bit and everything, and I've already gotten a couple of responses that they would love to come back this year. So we have them down on the list. So when we open registration, we can send the registration to them and be able to get them registered and everything. And then the PayPal information will be on that email as well. So if anybody wants to prepay for their spots at the time they receive the email, they can go ahead and prepay. Um, so yeah, it's been pretty awesome so far. And Jeremy is working on a flyer for us for Para Unity. And I've already seen a sneak peek of it a little bit, and I can't wait to see the rest of it because I told him to have fun with it. I said, put the information on there, but make it pop. That's all I wanted, just to make it pop. And he's done a pretty awesome job so far. So I can't wait to see what he comes up with. And just to let you all know that Craig is going to be, he's on the committee. We all know him from, was it CNN Woodworking or something like that? I cannot remember off the top of my head. He's an amazing woodworker. I know that much. He does some amazing work. I have 2 of his paintings that he has done on like wood. And it's Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, and they still look lovely. I got them my very first year of ever attending Pure Unity. If I would have brought an extra money with me that day, I would have probably went broke over at his booth because he had a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, and I'm a Nightmare Before Christmas fanatic. So, but yep. And then I'm going to mention this because it's for a great cause and it's for charity. Misfits Market, get a hold of TSPI and I'll get you the information. So, but yeah, I'm super excited for this opportunity to host Para Unity this year. So, but yeah. But alright, guys, since it is 9 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I will talk to you all guys next week. Now, don't forget to shoot me a message or comment on this video or anything on a location that you would like to be say done. I don't care if it's in Canada. I don't care if it's in the United States. I probably have already done it. Who knows with the United States. And, of course, across the pond. And I will catch you guys all next week. Love you. Bye.